Peace, and I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your Foul Player. Wanted to make a short video regarding the time that I got shot at during the Oscar De La Hoya versus Tito Trinidad fight. And I'll get into it real quick because this is my third attempt trying to make the video. But I'm actually standing on the site of where this went down, and it's actually in front. It was actually right here, but it went down because these three buildings you see right here, 557. I think this is 569, and oh no, this is 553. This is 557. That's 553, and I think that's 549. But this area, it's my car here, but I used to hang out for a little while, like right past these small buildings. If you look at this bigger building, used to chill here. Like we had a little spot going on here, and this isn't my block. So when I had the little spot going on here, I used to chill here heavy, even though this is not my block. Like that's my block over there, like around the corner, 2 blocks over, 1 block over, and 1 block up. So when I had the spot going on down there, we used to chill down there like all the time. So the day of the fight, they these 3 buildings here were like big time like Mexican buildings. Like there's like a Mexican spot, and at that time like Mexicans wouldn't really like they were tough, but they wouldn't they would only fight like other Mexicans pretty much. So when the day of the fight came up, like some Mexican cats right in front of this building like set up like TVs. Like they set up the TV like over here somewhere, maybe on the stoop, I don't know. But this wasn't no flat screen. It was a big TV, but it was like not a flat screen joint. So a lot of like random dudes that chilled like on like that chilled in the down the block area down here were like, which was like mostly like my boys, like Dominican cats. Like they set up like and were watching the fight here, and it was pretty split. Like the Mexican cats were all cheering for De La Hoya, of course. The Dominican cats were somewhat cheering for Trinidad. Some of them were chilling for De La Hoya too, but it was like kind of like 50-50 on who people wanted to win. So a lot of times when De La Hoya would do something, like the Mexican cats would cheer, and then like the ones that were cheering for Trinidad would cheer like whenever Trinidad would do something. And like during that fight, everybody thought that De La Hoya was gonna win, and I thought that too. Like I thought De La Hoya was doing better in that fight. I thought De La Hoya won that fight. But anyhow, the one of the guys that I was chilling with here, he was actually cheering for De La Hoya, and actually I'll put his name out there now because he's in jail anyway. Like he's actually in jail, unfortunately for he caught a life sentence. But he was cheering for De La Hoya, my friend Cojones, and he when the fight when it was announced that Trinidad won, we were all like kind of like on that side, like more like not like where the TV was, but like more towards that side. And he started like a lot of people started gloating, like, oh, like fucking Trinidad won, he beat the Mexican, like in Spanish. And the dude that I know, Cojones, like he was kind of like joining into the party too, like just being a troublemaker. So out of nowhere, like in front of this building, like actually before that even happened, like my friend Cojones ended up punching one of the Mexican cats. So then a little fight broke out, and I remember a dude that used to be one of the coaches at my gym was watching the fight too. He saw me there and he stopped and just said what's up. We weren't like cool like that, we weren't like close like that, but because he wasn't like a real trainer like that, he was just like a kind of like a a stand-in, you know, hanger around trainer. But he stopped, like, let's say like the 5th round, just to stop and watch the fight, and that little skirmish broke out like over there. So out of nowhere, like, you know, a couple Mexican guys started fighting with some other dudes, and I didn't think it had nothing to do with me. So I knew how my friend got down already. You know, the fact that he's a troublemaker, and he was beating the dude up anyway. Like, you know, he like kind of like snuffed the dude, and then like the dude didn't do, you know, nothing after the fact. So out of nowhere, what I didn't see was that somebody here, he started bucking, bro. He started shooting. Like, I hear like 6 shots break out. So everybody like started ducking behind the cars, like, you know, all like, you know, over here. And the trainer dude that was with me, like that I sort of knew. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's like behind the car, like where I'm at, like kind of like ducking, like back here. Like before that. Actually, I'll take the video from over here. But he was sort of like over here, like let's say like behind the car, and all of a sudden he pulls out a gun too, and he starts like shooting like this way. So it was a full-on shootout, you know, for the day of the De La Hoya fight. And what's even more crazy, if that happened like in '98, there was a dude that I became cool with, who was like, you know, at that time he was probably a little older than me, like, so he was like probably like 40, but he was crazy, like a Mexican guy. Like, I was always like the Mexican dudes usually stay to themselves here, like in this neighborhood, but I ended up becoming cool with him, and he's since passed away. But his name was Memo. I'm cool with another Memo from this block too, who's also crazy. But he was telling me a story one time of how he let it off. He started shooting at some dudes like during the boxing match here, and it was actually him that was shooting from this stoop at yours truly. So, it wasn't at me, but towards my general direction. But there you have it. That's my boxing story of De La Hoya versus Trinidad. I wish more of my friends still lived on this block, so or one of the ones that was there too. But unfortunately, a lot of people has since left us or moved away. But thanks for listening to my little boxing story. And I don't live in Sunset Park no more either. My old neighborhood. I chill here sometimes, but for the most part, it's too shady out here. But let me know what you guys think. With that, I'm out. Peace.